Hello everyone, welcome to ACE online class and this is Narendra. So, today we will discuss some of the very important questions for RRB and SSC point of view from the chapter you can see time and distance. So, let us begin over here. The very first question on your board is this. So, I will read out the question and then I will give you 30 seconds for you to respond or to answer. If Arjun walks at a speed of 4 km per hour, then he reaches home 6 minutes late. But if he walks with a speed of 5 km per hour, then he will be 6 minutes before the scheduled time. Very commonly asked question. Okay. What is the question is, what is the distance between the school and house? So, when he walks with 4 km per hour, he is 6 minutes late. Walking 5 km per hour, he is 6 minutes before time. Find out the distance between the house to school. Come on my dear friends, I give 30 seconds for you to think of it. Some of you will be able to answer the question. Then it's 4 km per hour. Mr. Naidu, so nicely you answer the question and it indicates that you know the short formula over here. What is that formula is? I am just writing the formula over here. The distance is equal to S1 into S2 by S1 minus S2, that is mod, the difference between S1 and S2, and delta t, that is the difference of time. So, you must have applied this formula, therefore, you are able to answer that question so fastly. Let me answer this question. The S1 and S2 is there. So, the distance is equal to 4 into 5 and the difference between 4 and 5 is 1, and the difference of time is here 6 minutes late and here 6 minutes before. That means 12 minutes is the difference. So, 12 by 60 I am converting this into hour. And the rest part is a basic calculation over here. This gets cancelled 5 times, 5 gets cancelled, and you rightly answer the question that this is 4. The distance is 4 km. So, well done my dear friend, that indicates that you know this formula. Well done. I am moving on to the next question over here, and the next question on the board is this. Okay. Let me see that. Can you answer this question, my friend? A takes 30 minutes more than B to cover a distance of 15 km. The speed ratio of A and B is already given to us, that A and B, it says that the speed ratio, the A takes 30 minutes more. So, it is okay, let it be. But A double his speed, then he takes 1 hour less. Initially with the original speed, A is taking 30 minutes more, and when A double the speed, then he takes 1 hour less than B to cover the same distance. Then what is the speed of B? It is a one line question, all are previous year SSC and RRB JE questions. So, can you answer this question my dear friend? 30 seconds for you. It is a very simple question and I am sure some of you will able to answer this question, as RRB examination, NTPC examination is going on, and in coming days so many examination is there. Come on, I am just waiting that for your time, that is 8 seconds is there, 7 seconds is there. I need to find out the speed of B. You will find the best method over here. Even if you do not get the answer, do not bother for that. Okay. In one case, A is taking 30 minutes more than B. In another case, when A doubles the speed, he takes a 1 hour less. What is the time difference? 1.5 hour, 3 by 2. Okay. So, let us assume that the speed of B I need to find out. The speed of B is x, and but A doubles the speed. Okay, then he takes then B cover the same distance. Then what is the speed of B? Okay, I consider the speed of B is x. Who doubles the speed? But A doubles the speed. Okay. So, what is the speed of A? Did you get the answer? Okay. Can I get the speed of A? In the first case, it is a 15 kilometer. When the speed of B is x, so the time taken by B is 15 by x in the first case. Okay. What about the B when doubles the speed? So, that is distance is same 15 by 2x, and what is the difference of time? The distance by speed is nothing but time. What is the difference of time? In one case, A is 30 minutes taking more, that means B is taking 30 minutes less, and A is taking 1 hour less, that means B is taking 1 hour more. So, the difference between this speed and this speed for B is nothing but 3 by 2. You are getting the answer. You are getting the answer. I have taken for B. If the difference of time between A and B is 3 by 2 hours, that is 1.5 hour. So, for B also that is the difference is 1.5 hour. So, in the first case the normal speed is x, in the second case the speed is got double, that is 2x, and the difference of time is 3 by 2. Some of you can answer the question now. These all are very small question, but small logical content is there. Okay. If you answer it or not, the time did I give the time? No, time is over. Now, I solve this question, and the equation solving is very simple. Your LCM is 2x. This equation has to strike in your mind. For B, initial time is x, the second time the time is 2x. So, this equation, if you can it strikes in your mind, then the answer is ready. So, here that is 15, and here 30 minus 15, and that comes 15. I am writing the least possible things. So, here it is 15, and which is equal to nothing but 3 by 2, it gets cancelled, this 2 gets cancelled, and 3 and 15 gets cancelled 5 times. That means, what is your x? X is equal to 5, and what is x? X is the speed of B, which is 5. So, do we have anywhere answer? Yes, it is as simple as this, but this equation has to strike in your mind, and then you will be able to answer this question, my dear friends. All are the exam oriented questions. Let me move on to the next question, my dear friends, and that is, just practice with me the different type of questions you will expose, and in many cases you will get the best solution too. So, here is your question. A person goes his office 1/4 of his speed at which he returned from his office. So, let us assume that this is home and this is office. If he returns the speed, and that is 4x, then he goes to office at 1/4 of 4x, which is x. In order to avoid the fraction, I have taken, if this is 4x, this will be x. You know how to find out the average. Now, finally it says that if the average speed, look at this one, look, average speed is 15 kilometer per hour, then what is the speed of the person while going to office? While going to office, that is x, and you need to find out the x value, and you can apply here for finding out the average, that is 2ab by a plus b when the distance for going and coming back is same, or the total distance is covered in two equal parts. So, there is the formula we will apply for average speed. Average speed. Come on, my dear friend. I can see that once again Mr. Naidu has answered the question, and he says 5. 5 is the answer. I do not find anywhere 5 is there, Mr. Naidu, but anyhow I really appreciate the way you answer the question. I am giving 30 seconds. Once again check your answer. Check your answer, because in the examinations the accuracy has to be maintained. Okay, 5 I think it is not, but still those who have joined recently, you apply this formula. When one side is A, one side is A, another side is B, then the average of the whole journey is equal to 2 times of AB by A plus B, and the average speed is given to us, that is 15. So, I notice that 3 seconds at your end, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Let me check that Mr. Naidu is correct or not. Then what is the average speed? This is A and this is B. So, 2 times of A into B, that is x into 4x by x plus 4x, A plus B, that is nothing but 5x, which is equal to 15. The average is given to us, 15 kilometer per hour is the average. Now, solving this, I will get the x, and x is what the question is. Now, let me check this one. I notice that this x and x gets cancelled over here, and here that is 75, and 8x, let me change the color of the pen. So, 8x is equal to 75, then what is your x? X is equal to 75 by 8, and I notice that there option choice 4, 75 by 8. Right, my dear friend? So, you need to apply this formula over here. The average speed when the journey is divided in two equal parts, that is home to office and office to home. So, two equal parts, that is 2ab by a plus b. Anyone? Yes, Naidu? Option choice 4, Anusha, very good evening, very good evening. That is right. So, let us move on to the next question, and your next question is this. Let us see that if Anusha or Naidu can answer the question here. Traveling at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour, a person reaches his destination at a certain time, time is not given. Okay. If he covers 60% of his journey in 2/5 of the time, 60% of the journey with 2/5 of the time, at what speed should he travel to cover the remaining journey, that is 40% journey, so that he reach the destination right on time. We do not have the D, we do not have the T. So, you need to select a suitable number which D represents, instead of taking the D as an variable. Okay. Now, here I give 30 seconds for you to think of it, and join every day 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. You will your practice 1 hour practice with me, the rest you must be studying for 8 to 10 hours your own. Okay. 25 seconds at your place. You either can take the D as the distance, that will go with the variable, or you can take a certain time it is mentioned, the D is not known to us. You can assume that D is something which is multiple of 60. You can assume that. Now, I am giving a clue to you. Let us D is equal to 120 kilometer. Why I am taking 120 kilometer? Divisible by 60 and getting more than one value. Okay. Anyone answered it? No? So, if D is 60, what is your time? The time will be D is 120, time will be 120 divided with the speed 60 is there, that is 2 hours. Okay. Now, it is said that 60% he covers with 2/5 of the time. So, let us see that what is the distance he covers. That means already 60% with 2/5 of the time. What is the remaining distance? I am just writing R remaining distance. Remaining distance is 40%. Okay. And what is the remaining time? Remaining time. So, 2/5 of the time he has already taken, and the time I derived here is 2 hours. So, 3/5 of the time is left, 3/5 of 2 is left, and 40% of the distance I consider the distance as 120. I can go with D, but that is a lengthy calculation. Anyone answering the question? Okay. Not an issue. So, here what should be the what speed should be there, so that the remaining distance will cover in the remaining time. What is the remaining distance? 12/4, that is 48. Am I right? And what is the remaining time? The remaining time is 6, 3 2 is 6, 6 by 5. Remaining distance by remaining time, I will be get the speed. Distance by time is the speed. So, remaining distance by remaining time, I get the speed. Anyone answer the question? I can say that Naidu has answered the question and he said 40. Well done, Mr. Naidu. So, this is the approach for the questions like this. This is what the crucial number which you have to assume something, or else it will be lengthy process. So, when I cancel this part, that is 48 divided by 6 by 5. So, 8 5, that is nothing but 40. So, he has to move with a speed of 40 kilometer per hour. Well done. This is the key, taking some distance in a variable or in a value instead of variable. Okay. Even if I take 180, you get the same thing here. Even if I get the 60, 600, I will get the same over here, because this is 40% is there, and the time that is the 3/5 of the time will be greater. So, the distance will be greater, time will be greater, all these values satisfies, which is multiple of 60. Come on, my dear friends, I am moving on to the next question, and your response I can see is well, and this is very frequently asked question in the examination. It says that A and B start their journey from x to y and y to x. So, that means there are two places are there, this is x and this is y. So, A start his journey from x to y, and B starts his journey from y to x. Now, after crossing each other, A and B complete the remaining part of the journey in these many hours. So, they cross each other. So, once they will be meeting somewhere, let us see that this is point Z. They are meeting at point Z, and after crossing, A takes how many minutes? How many hours? That is 6, 1 by 8 hours. That is 48 and 1 49 by 8 hours. So, here it takes 49 by 8 hours to complete the remaining journey, and 8 hours respectively. So, the B takes 8 hours. So, you must be knowing that the speed of I will give the formula over here. Okay, let me take this formula. The speed of A by speed of B, which is equal to square root of time taken by B, time taken by B. In the place of A here in the numerator, time taken by B by time taken by A after crossing, time taken by A. So, I will be using this formula to answer this question. So, hope you know this formula. Now, I am going to the question part, and this is what the question is. So, what is the speed of A by speed of B? Speed of A by speed of B, which is equal to square root of speed of A. So, after crossing, B takes 8 hours time, 8 by A takes 49 by 8 hours. So, write down 49 by 8. So, you are getting the speed of A to speed of B ratio, and in this question I already know the B speed. What I need to find out? The A speed. Come on my dear friends, did I give the 30-second to you? Yeah, take this 30-second from here onwards. You do not need 30-second after this. 32, now do know this model. Now, to know this model, 32 option 3. Yeah, that is right, that is right. Well done. Let me say that your time is over, then I will answer the question here. I will answer this question. There is almost 10-second delay. Okay. So, you are expected to know this formula to answer the question. Here, which is equal to what I get here? This is 64, 8 comes over here, 8 comes over here, that is 64 by 49, square root of 64 by 49, which is nothing but 8 by 7, 8 by 7. Now, we already know the speed of B, this is B, and what is the speed? That is 28. I need to find out the speed of A. Then speed of A is equal to, that is 28, which is how many parts? 7 parts. Divide by 7, I am getting 1 part. I need the 8 parts, the speed of A. So, multiply by 8. So, this is 4 times 4, 8 is 32. So, the speed of A is 32 kilometer per hour, or 32, simply you can check it. Okay, that is there, and beautifully answer the question, beautifully answer the question, and this is a very standard question, my dear friend, very frequently comes in the different examinations. Moving on to the next question, and the next question is this. Okay, let me see how many of you can answer this question. Now, a man start from his home, travel at 30 km per hour. He reaches his office 10 minutes late. Okay. Now, traveling with if he reaches his office 10 minutes late, traveling with a 24 km per hour, he reaches 18 minutes late, here also late and here also late, in both the cases. So, find the distance. We have already worked out this question, and Naidu has rightly answered the question. Come on my friends, all friends, it is a evening time, we wonderfully 1 hour we practice it. I am not trying to teach something. The different type of questions which frequently comes in the examination with the shortest possible solution. So, some of you can answer the question. Let me give you 30-second from here onwards. Can I expect? If you do not understand, do not worry, I will be giving the shortest possible answer here. That is, what is the distance? The distance is equal to speed 1 into speed 2 by speed 1 minus speed 2 mod and delta t the difference of time. Just put this formula, and Naidu has answered the question, and which is 16. I am going to apply this formula, my dear friend, and you are expected to know this. So, let me see that whether 16 is the correct answer, Mr. Naidu. Well done, my dear friend. So, here what is the speed 1 and speed 2? 30 and 24. So, the distance is equal to 30 and 24 divided by the difference between 30 and 24, which is 6, into the difference of time. In this case, he is 10 minutes late, and here it is 18 minutes late. The gap is 8 minutes. So, into 8, as this is minute, so I will convert this into hour because all are kilometer. So, here you are getting the answer here, the simple cancellation part. I notice that 30 2 times, this is 4 times over here, and this gets cancelled 4 times, and 4 and that comes 16. The distance is 16 kilometer. A simple small formula application. Well done. Well done. Hope everyone understanding that I applied this formula. Moving on to the next question, which is here. Come on. Let us see that either you will practice it, that already you know you are answering it, or else you know the best method to answer this question. What is the question? A person covers 40% of the distance from A to B at 8 km per hour. So, the information I have is 40% he covers with a speed of 8 km per hour, and the remaining 40% of the remaining. So, remaining is 60. What is 60 is 40%, 0.4, and 64 is 24. So, that is 24% he covers with a speed of 9 km per hour. I am not giving the very complicated question which is beyond the SSC and RRB level. And the rest, so what is the rest? Here 40 is over, here 24 is over. I notice that total is 64, then 36 is left. So, 36% he covers with a speed of 12 km per hour. 12 km per hour. What is the question? Find the average speed for the whole journey. A very commonly asked question, my friends, and I am giving you 30 seconds. You can answer the question. Some of you will be able to answer the question. Come on. Practice it at least 10 hours your self study, 1 or 2 hours with your friend, 1 hour with me. At your board, I can see 19, 18 seconds, 17 seconds. Yes, whoever is watching can answer the question now. You still have 9 seconds on the board. You still have 5 seconds on the board. And the time is up. Okay, my dear friend. So, what is the average formula? The average is equal to total distance by total time. This is what the formula for average. Am I right? This is the formula I am going to use. So, when I took this all in percentage, the total, what is the total distance? The total distance is 100. So, the average speed is equal to total distance by total time. So, here 40 divided by 8, I am getting 5 over here, plus 24 divided by 9. When you have taken that 100 here, this becomes 40, this 24, this is 36. So, 24 divided by 9, with 3 it gets cancelled, 8 by 3 plus the total time here. So, here it is 3 hours. So, that is your answer. Let me see, some of you have answered the question. Practice it. I am not trying to teach you something. For that you have to get into our recorded course. Okay. So, I just left the calculation part, my dear friends. I left the calculation part. Now, I am calculating it. So, this is 100 and 3 will go over here. So, that is become 300 and divided by this is 3 into 5 is 15 and 15 plus 8 that is 23 and 3 into 3 is 9. 23 plus 9 that comes 32. So, divided by 32. Here your answer lies and you have the option 9 5 by 8, 9 2 by 3, 9 3 by 8 and so on. Now, someone can answer the question here or else I will complete this. So, what I am going to do over here, with 4 this gets cancelled 8 times, 8 4 32, with 4 this gets cancelled 75 times. So, my answer should be average speed is 75 by 8 kilometer per hour. Anywhere do we have options? So, no, we have the option in fraction. So, 8 9 is 72 and I left with 3, 9 3 by 8 should be my answer. So, 9 3 by 8 I notice that option choice 3. Hope this question is clear. All these questions are the previous year questions of SSC. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Hope you people understood this one. Now, try to answer. Okay. Before that, let me inform you, it will be beneficial for you, that is those who are writing the RRB JE and for that CBT 1 and CBT 2, there is an classroom coaching, there is an online coaching by ACE Online and there is the third pattern, that is self placed program. That means the recorded videos will be there, pre-recorded videos. You can watch at your luxury time and any number of times you can watch. The subscription is 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 12, 18 and 24 months. So, the batch actually is started on this date. If you are using this code, you are getting a 20% discount. Not only the RRB JE, you will be getting the SSC JE coaching also, and all are in this 3 format. The classroom coaching which is in Hyderabad, whereas online coaching you can join for online coaching where the entire course will be taught on online, and the self recorded, as I said, that pre-recorded courses will be there for SSC JE. And here also the batch was started, the classroom batch was started on 5th of June, and if you are using this code you are getting a 20% discount, either you are writing or your friends are, must be writing. And the third and last thing is the Staff Selection Commission examinations, the Junior Engineer paper 1, the online test core paper has started and the total number of tests 40, subject wise 16 and full length mock test 4. So, for this you can register, visit the ACE Online and you can buy the course. Let us come to the subject part. Here it is the next question on your board, and that is this. Let me say that if some of you can answer this question. A man leaves from P at 6 a.m. and reach Q at 2 p.m. on the same day. Okay, fine. I notice that he takes how many hours? 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. that is 8 hours. So, let us assume that this person is A and he takes 8 hours to travel from P to Q. Another man leaves Q from other side, Q at 8 a.m. and reaches P at 3 p.m. So, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I notice that 4 plus 3 7 hours. Let us other person who starts from Q is B and he takes 7 hours to complete that P to Q, and I do not know what the distance is. Now, what is the question here? Then at what time do they meet? At what time do they meet? Can you answer this? Think of it, how to answer the question. I am giving 30 seconds for you to respond to this question. I do not know the distance. I give the clue to you. The distance I may consider the LCM of these two, as they are co-prime. The LCM is the product of this, and 56 kilometer distance can be considered instead of considering distance as d. That is a previous year SSC question. Come on, my dear friends. So, you have some time to respond. Either you will learn it or you answer it, and that is your practice. Come on. Okay. Shall I answer the question? The time is up. Answer the question. So, if I consider the distance as d, look at this one. A started at what time? The first person 6 a.m. and what time the other person started from Q? That is 8 a.m. That means the first person already has travelled 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. that is 2 hours. 2 hours. And what is his speed? That is 56 divided by 8, that comes 7. So, for 7 kilometer per hour for 2 hours, he already completed 14 kilometer. And from there the relative speed starts, because he started at 8 a.m. The moment the 8 a.m. comes, there is a relative speed. And what is the distance? The remaining distance is 56 minus 14, that comes 42. So, remaining distance is 42 kilometer, and the relative speed is that is A plus B. Here I am getting 7 kilometer per hour, here I am getting 8 kilometer per hour, 56 divided by 7, 8. So, 8 plus 7, that is 15. Now, here I will wait and give the another 30 seconds, because I understand that some of you after this clue will definitely answer the question. Come on. This 30 seconds is purely for you. So, see that in the previous question also, in one question I assumed the distance. So, in the same way I assumed the distance, which is multiple of both 8 and 7. So, as a result I am getting the 7 kilometer per hour is the speed of A and 8 kilometer per hour is the speed of B. Now, this is the distance left and this is the relative speed. Okay. Shall I now answer the question here? That is 42 by 15, and 15 2 is 30, and I left with 12 by 15, and the 12 by 15 with 3 4 by 5, 2 4 by 5 hours. Can I change this 4 by 5 hours? How many minutes? So, 4 by 5 into 60, that comes at 12 4 48. So, that is 2 hours 48 minutes, and initially we had another 2 hours was there here. The total time is from 6 o'clock, that is 6 a.m. plus initial 2 hours and plus this 2 hours 48 minutes, 48 minutes. Let me write down here. So, now your answer is ready, and the answer is nothing but 10:48. So, they will be meeting at 10:48. Hope everyone understanding it. 10:48 is there anywhere. I noticed that there is 10:48. So, my answer is 10:48 a.m. both of them will be meeting. Here the A alone was running for 2 hours, that is 14 kilometer, and after that there is a relative speed, both are started moving at 8 o'clock. So, relative speed is 15 kilometer per hour, and the remaining distance is total distance minus the distance covered by A alone, that is 42. Okay. Hope my friends are understanding this one. Okay. Let me just restart because I am not able to see the comment. I am moving on to the next question. And your next question on the board is this. These all are, and this particular question is very useful and also a previous year question of SSC. Now, Alok start walking from P with a speed of 6 km per hour towards Q. Raman start at the same time from P. Both of them have started from P towards Q with a speed of 9 km per hour. Raman reaches Q because the Raman speed is 9 km per hour, whereas the A speed is 6 km per hour. So, obviously, Raman will reach first. So, reach Q and turns back and start walking towards P and meet Alok at R. Let me now what is the distance between P and Q? Now, let me draw the figure here. This is P and this is Q and somewhere this is R. So, what Raman has done? The Raman has travelled from P, Raman has travelled from P to Q and turn out, and he comes back here and meets Alok at point R. This is the meeting point. Now, here the Alok runs only this part with a speed of 6 km per hour, whereas the Raman speed is 9 km per hour. So, Raman goes to Q, turn back and meets at R. What is the question? Now, the question is, if PQ is 15, P and Q, the distance of PQ is equal to 15, then what is the question? What is PR? P to R. So, what is the distance? Think of it, my dear friend. It is a very good question and I give you the best solution for this, and someone has answered the responded. Anusha says it is clear. So, all my friends, please answer this question. This is your time to compete with others, get a job and you will get settled for the rest of your life. Come on. And shrouded one, I missed your response, shrouded one. And shrouded one, whenever he comes, he answers the question accurate and fast. Okay, let me see that. 12 km per hour. Well done. Well done, shrouded one. You are very, very good. I don't know what method you apply to answer the question here. What is the total distance over here? The total distance is P to Q is 15. So, P to Q and Q to again P, including the A. So, the total here it is 15, here it is 15. So, the total distance is equal to 15 into 2 and that gives us 30. Now, I know the speed ratio. The speed of R is to the speed of A. What is that ratio? 9:6, which is 3:2. 3:2. Now, A has covered this with 6 km this part. I need the P to R. And what is the A speed? 2 part. Is it not the speed ratio is also the distance ratio? I repeat, the speed ratio is also the distance ratio, because speed and distance directly varies. The speed ratio is reverse of time ratio, because speed and time inversely varies. So, speed ratio should be considered as a distance ratio. Now, what is the distance between P and R? The distance covered by A is the distance between P and R. And how much distance he covers? 2 parts out of 5 parts. What is the total distance? The total distance is 30. So, I am taking that PR is equal to the total distance is 30 and A covers 2 parts out of 5 parts. So, that is 2 by 5, which is 6 to 12. 12 kilometer is your answer. Well done, Shrouded one. Well done. Anyone else answer the question? Okay. Not an issue. You are understanding the question. It's good. It's a revision for you, Shrouded one. Now, if I know your real name, that will be very very happy for me. I am moving on to the next question, which is this. Yes, come on. Here we have done this type of question previously. A and B started moving towards each other x and y respectively. So, that is x is here, y is here, and they are moving towards each other. That means A moves in this direction and B moves in this direction towards each other. At the same time, the speed of A is 20% more than that of speed B. So, is it more? 20% more. So, A is to B speed is already given to us as 6 is to 5. 120 and 100, that is 6 is to 5. Okay, the next, after meeting on the way, we answer the similar type of question. After meeting on the way, A and B takes 2.5 hours and x hours. So, they meet somewhere over here, and after meeting, A takes 2.5 hours to reach y, and B takes x hours. Here the variable is given, this is 2, do not confuse. So, it is x hours, and now they reach x and y respectively. After meeting, A takes 2.5 hours to reach y, and the B takes x hours to reach A after meeting. Now, the question is what is the value of x? Do we have A and B takes 2.5 hours and then, okay, done. So, I have these two informations. Can I get the speed of A and the speed of B? I know the speed ratio 6 is to 5. Think of it, Shrouded one and all other my friends here. I am giving 30 seconds for you to answer it, and I try to give the questions which is comes in the examination very frequently, or which was already there in the exam. From here onwards, you already have the ratio here. Okay, okay, good. Try this. Try this. These are all for you. Okay. 3 seconds at your time, 1 second 0. My dear friend, look at this one. In the questions like this, the ratio of speed of A to speed of B. What is that ratio which is already given to us? Still I am writing speed of A by speed of B, which is equal to square root of, for A I have to take x by, for B I have to take 2.5, that is 5 by 2, 5 by 2, and which is equal to, the ratio is given to us for the speed of A to speed of B is 6 by 5. So, this is what 6 by 5. So, take out that square root, squaring both the side. So, you will be getting this as 36 by 25, and this square root will be eliminated. Can't you answer the question, my dear friends? From here to here, these two are equal. Will you not be able to answer? I am sure if Shrouded one is there on the board, he will answer the question. Naidu is also doing well. Come on, friends, answer the question. I already explained the method here, and finally, I stopped at the time of calculation. Look at this one, the 2 comes in the numerator, 5 will remain on denominator. So, I am completing this with 5, this gets cancelled 5 times, and the 2 comes in numerator. with 2 and 36 it comes 18 times. So, what is my answer? My answer is what is x value? The x value is 18 by 5. 18 by 5, that is x. And what is x here? That is what the x value you are asked, which is 18 by 5. This is a simplification, so I did it in the shortest possible way. So, anywhere I have the option? No, options are in fraction. So, if I break this one, then I get this 3, 2 by, 3 by 5, 3, 5, 15, 3, that is 3 by 5. That should be my answer. Do we have option 3, 3 by 5? So, I notice that option choice 3. Oh, that's great, that's great, shrouded one. I know whenever you are present on the board, you answers it. So, hope the method is very clear. A very basic question, but here variable is there and the ratio of speed we used to find it out. Now, the ratio of speed is already given to us and here one variable is there. So, that variable I need to find out by using the formula. Okay, done. Moving on to the next, and the next question is this. Interesting question, previous year question, sir. Now, look at this one. The place A and B is 144 kilometer apart. The two cars start simultaneously, one from A and the other from B. If they move in the same direction, they meet at 12 hours, after 12 hours, if they are moving on the same direction. But if they are moving towards each other, then they are taking 9 by 8 hours to meet each other. In one case moving in the same direction, so A minus B is the speed, and another case they are moving in opposite direction, the speed is A plus B. Okay. The speed in kilometer per hour for the car moving in a faster speed. We have the distance over here and the distance by time is equal to speed. Here your 30 seconds starts. Hope some of you will definitely be able to answer this question, and my hope increases whenever shrouded one is there on the board. Now, I do hope you are understanding this. Anusha, doing well, that is good. Okay. At your end 14 second, 13 second, I will wait till your time is getting over. And at your end 2 second, 1 second and time up. So, look at this one. In the first case they are moving in the same direction, that means that is in the form of A minus B, the relative speed. In the second case they are moving in the opposite direction. So, the format of the speed will be A plus B if A is the speed of first person and B is the speed of second person. And what is in case of A plus B? Distance 144 and time taken is 12 hours, that means A minus B is 12 kilometer per hour. Anyone answered it? Option 3. Okay. Not an issue, if you are learning, that's my purpose, my dear friend. A plus B, the distance is same, that is 144 by the time in case of A plus B, that is distance by time is nothing but speed. So, here it gets cancelled how many times? That is 16 times, and 16, 8, 128. This 128. Now, I know A minus B and A plus B. So, shrouded one, Naidu, you can respond it now. Let me see what happens when you are adding these two. The B will get cancelled. 2A is equal to 12 plus 128. that is what is 12 plus 128, that is 140. 2a is equal to 140, then what is a? A is equal to 140 divided by 2, and that comes 70 kilometer per hour. So, one is 70 kilometer per hour, the other one is 128 minus 70, which will be less than 70. So, you are asked to find out the faster speed. The faster speed is nothing but 70 kilometer. The other one will be smaller than 70. So, do we have any option? Yes, I noticed that option choice 3. That's good, that's good. Okay, shrouded one. Am I clear, my dear friend? I am giving you the next question on the board. Please try this or observe the solution over here. It is a very good question, and I give you the shortest possible method to answer this question. Notice this one, that is A takes 2.5 hours more than B to walk 40 kilometer. Fine. The next, A doubles his speed, then he can make it 1 hour less than B when double the speed. Now, how much time does A required to walk 40 kilometer distance? Small questions, these all are not very complicated like bank PO and all. So, your 30 second starts now, think of it, after that you will get the best possible solution. 6 hours, oh very good evening Mr. Sheikh Abdullah, you used to come regularly in my previous classes. So, 6 hours. May I request you once check your answer, my brother, once you check your answer, Mr. Sheikh Abdullah. Very good evening, sir, very good evening. I am very happy to see you on the board. Now, here shrouded one, your time is up. Now, I will answer the question. Mr. Sheikh, see that you said 6 hours. What is happening here is, you are asked to find out A required how much to walk 40 kilometer, how much time. So, I need the speed of A. So, I will work for A with the all given information. So, what is the given information is in 2.5 hours and here 1 hour less, when the speed is double. So, that means what is the speed, speed 1 and speed 2 ratio, 1:2. In the second case, the speed got double. So, what should be the time ratio if the speed ratio is 1:2? See the shortest writing, you will get the answer. With the basic logic, the time ratio will be 1:2. What is the difference of time? The difference of time is 1 part. What is the difference time actually? Here 2.5 hours more, and in another case 1 hour less, that is 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours is nothing but 7/2. So, this one part is equal to 7/2. What is the time he takes? A takes 2 parts. In one part of the time, that is 7/2 hours, the 7/2 hours, then he will be taking 2 part of the time. So, how much will that be? Will that be 7 hours? Now, 40 kilometer I am not considering, because this is 40 and this is also 40. So, how much time he is taking? Original time to cover 40 kilometer is 7 hours, that is all. Am I right? Oh, that is right Mr. Sheikh, that is right, inversely proportionate. You are writing the theory also, that is great. So, hope shrouded one, if it is there, he has understanding, and show is Rakesh and all, Naidu and all. I am moving on to the next question, and your next question is this. Is 6 is over? Okay, 6.3. Let me deal one more question after this. A thief is spotted by policeman. You know, these are very common question. This type of question frequently comes in the exam with a distance of 250 meter. When the policeman starts chasing, the thief also start running. Assuming that the speed of the thief is 10 km per hour and the policeman is 12 km per hour, how far would thief run before he is being caught? Here also I will give the simplest possible method. Try this, your 30 second, I will not take a single second from here. Try this, my friend, and then see the change method. Then see the change method. Whatever method you do it, you will find the change method. Police covers 250 meters, then only he catch the thief. Very common question, whether it is banking, SSC, RRB. At your end, 9 second, 8 second. All my young friends, please come to the class every day 5 to 6. We will discuss, we will practice some question, and in some cases you will get the best possible method. And note down these all questions. And Sheikh has said that 1.25. Oh, that's great. That's great. Your time is up. And Mr. Sheikh, see that, did you apply this method? What is the speed of thief and what is the speed of police? So, speed of thief is 10 km per hour, police is 12 km per hour. What is the speed ratio? The speed ratio is 5:6. So, the distance ratio is also 5:6. So, how much extra part police has covered? How much extra part police has covered? One part police has extra covered. And how much distance he has covered? 250 meters. Then only he can catch the thief, no? So, one part is equal to 250. Thief has done how many parts? 5 parts. Then 5 parts is equal to, this is 250 meter, then 5 parts is equal to 125 followed by 0 meters. Now, it is said that all is given in kilometer per hour speed. So, I will write the distance also in kilometer per hour, and that comes 1.25 is the kilometer per hour. And Mr. Sheikh, so nicely you have answered the question. There is a minimum possible writing to answer this particular question. Hope all of you who are present over here must be noticed what is the best way to answer it. And the last question for this class. Let us move on. Now, you can notice that this question I did not prepare for show you the shortcut. This question is of 2022 SSC CGL question. I will give you the shortcut to answer these questions. Now, let me go first here. A covered a distance of 240 kilometer with a certain speed. Had his speed been 8 kilometer less, then the time taken would have been 1 hour more. If speed is 8 kilometer per hour less, the time would have been 1 hour more. There is a shortcut for this. How much time will it take to cover a distance of 840 kilometer with the original speed? I have to first find out the original speed with the given information. What the shortest method? After 30 seconds. Take your 30 seconds, my dear friend. And you will find that if you know the shortcut method for this pattern of question, then within 4 to 5 seconds you will answer this, which I am going to show you after this. And this is your last question for this class. Come on. I can see that 17 seconds, 15, 14. Try this, and after that we will conclude the class after this solution, but do not miss this solution here. I will show you the different questions like this, and I will show you the shortcut is applied on all the questions of this pattern. When speed is 8 hours less, the time is 1 hour more. You need to find out the speed. Once you get the speed, then you can find out the time to travel 480. Now the time is up. Look at the shortcut method. I am not going with the general method, that will be lengthy and a waste of time. So, look at this part, that is 240, in which he reduced the speed by 8 kilometer and the time is increased by 1 hour. So, what comes over here? That is 30. Now, the time gap is 1 hour. I explained this many questions in my recorded classes. So, the time gap is 1 hour. So, break this number in which there should be a gap of 1 hour. The multiplication of the two numbers which gives us 30 and the gap is 1 hour. Everyone will say, including Mr. Sheikh, that Mr. Narendra, it will be 5 and 6. So, not only in this question, let it be any numbers 8, here it is 16 and here it is 7 hours, any question can be answered in this way. So, what is the gap? My purpose was to break this 30 in such a way that there should be a gap of 1. So, 5 into 6, so which was the original one? In the second case the speed is reduced. So, here I will take 6 here and 5 here. This is 6 and this is 5. In the second case, the speed is reduced. That means the original time is 6. Now, 6 into 8, 48. What is that? 8 over here? This 8. So, this is the speed. 48 kilometer per hour is the speed. If I go with the general method, it takes long time. Is it applicable only for this question? No, only for this model. Okay. Now, I got the 48 kilometer per hour. Now, how much time will it take to cover 480 kilometer? So, obviously, it is very clear, 480 divided by 48, which is nothing but 10 hours. It will take 10 hours to cover a distance of 480. So, anywhere option is there? Yes. So, those who do not know the method, they may take 2, 3, 4 minutes, but we will hardly be taking the 5 second or 7 or less than 10 second to answer this question. So, yes, my friend, I really enjoyed your company over here, and I will be meeting again tomorrow at 5 p.m. So, till that time, wish you all the best to all of you.